Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a Grandmaster game. It has Magnus Carlsen in it, and basically, this game, I'm not going to spoil anything, but pretty surprising. So I'm gonna talk more about this game and how the game ends. So let's get started. So Magnus Carlsen is white, and this other dude, another grandmaster, obviously rated higher than 2,000, maybe 2,700, I forgot. Magnus Carlsen was playing this dude. Really long name. I do not know how to pronounce it, but the first part of his name is Hans, and the second part is Krogh, and the third part is Harestad. I think that's how you spell it. So that's who he's playing against. Magnus Carlsen is white. This other dude, I'm just gonna call him the other dude. He's gonna be black. Alright, so Magnus Carlsen, he played e4. And then black played e5. And knight f3, knight c6. It's a regular opening. It's not anything special. It's not like a d4 pawn opening. And now this, I think this is called the Rye Lopez. Black tries to chase the bishop away by playing a6. Bishop just retreats. And then black plays knight f6. Alright, so this is a normal Rye Lopez. As you can see, just like we had the bishop, white bishop, the light square bishop on the left, pinning the knight on c6. So after knight f6, Magnus Carlsen castles. Normal development, nothing much. And then black tries to chase the bishop away even more, and at the same time, getting queenside space. This is really good. Like, it gives black some tempo, because not only does he chase the light square bishop on a4 away, he also gets some queenside space, and after that, he can move the knight from c6, maybe down to e7 or something, and then he can move the c pawn up to c5. Alright, so after that, obviously Magnus Carlsen retreats his bishop, and black moves his bishop to e7, so he could castle, I guess. And then Magnus Carlsen moves his rook over to gain control over that the partially open file, the e file. And then black plays just the d pawn up, strengthening his e pawn just in case something happens. And then afterwards, white moves his c pawn up to c3. You know, just like for cushion space for his bishop on b3, just in case that bishop has to run away again, then it could just jump onto the c2 square. And then black castles, and you can see this might be your ordinary game. There's not really anything much to it. It's not like the King's Indian defense or the Stonewall attack, or it's not even a Queen's Gambit or anything else. It's just a regular opening that a regular amateur could play. like if you have a rating, you could be rated 200. This could be your very own game. Now, thing is it's not like what makes it's not like the opening that defines a Grandmaster game. Because you might look at this, you might think, oh, this is not a Grandmaster game, but it is. It's a game played by Magnus Carlsen. But what makes a game a Grandmaster game, quote unquote, is basically how they play it. Obviously, like the people playing it as well. If you're not Magnus Carlsen or any other Grandmaster, then it's not a Grandmaster game. But like I'm talking about like how it's played. Forget about the people playing it. It's about like how well you play it. So let's look at pros and cons here. White, Magnus Carlsen, not fully developed. His knight on b1 and the bishop on c1, both really cramped up. They're not developed yet. But the center is half closed, not fully opened, but not fully closed either. Half open, half closed. So I guess it's okay to be a little behind in development. Black, on the other hand, pretty good development, but he got a backwards pawn on c7. So like what a backwards pawn is, it is like the pawn is not able to move up next to its brothers. So you see how there's a pawn on b5 and a pawn on d6. That c pawn is not able to jump up next to the pawn on d6 or next to the pawn on b5 because the knight's blocking it. That's one con. White got a nice rook on e5, pretty good. Black, well, I don't really know. Maybe a queenside space. That's definitely a good thing for black. But the thing is about this position, it's not really explosive. It's not like it's not. No one's attacking. Like black is not attacking white. White is not attacking black. Maybe it's too early in the game. They just gotta develop first and then attack. But you know, some Grandmaster games you see like they're going full out with their attacks. So that's something that might be a bit off with this game. And then white plays his pawn up to h3, and just like to block the bishop, the black's light square bishop from going to pin the knight to the queen, and then afterwards, it's black plays this, attacking the bishop. As you can see, the light square bishop, it got a pretty good range. It's looking directly at the black king, and it's like, I see you behind that pawn, so I'm gonna develop an attack. Black obviously wants this bishop out of here, so attacks the bishop. Bishop goes back, specifically why white Magnus Carlsen played c3, and afterwards, well, black, when he made that knight move just before, not only did he attack this bishop, he also allows this pawn to go up, and he grabs more of his queenside space. So that's also pretty good. You see, like, most of the queenside squares are under black controls. Black's control. But now, Magnus Carlsen, all of a sudden, bam, takes the center. He's like, alright, you can have the queenside space. I'll take the center. I'll attack the center. And it's gonna be mine to control. So he does this. taking advantage of the fact that this knight is on the side. It's like, it's not really defending the center, it's on the side. Alright, so afterwards, black plays his queen up to here. Doesn't really do anything about that pawn push. Nah. I guess like that's more defending his pawn structure. But really, a bit too passive. Like maybe could have gone for some sort of attack on a kingside space. And then afterwards, the knight, Magnus Carlsen moves his knight on the b file to d2. Continuing his development, just like developing his knight, really ordinary. And afterwards, black kind of sees that his knight is not doing very well on the side, so he brings it back to action in the center. And afterwards, white is like, nah, if you're bringing that knight in the center, I'm gonna make you lose some tempo. And bam, I'm closing in the center, and at the same time, I'm gonna attack your knight. So you gotta move your knight. He obviously moves his knight. Black moves his knight down to retreat. Notice how that knight is now very, very cramped, and it's away from the center. And yeah, pretty bad. And then afterwards, white plays up to a5, attacking the queen side. First, Magnus Carlsen was like, I'm attacking the center. He's done attacking the center, so now he's like, now I'm gonna attack his queen side, destroy the benefit, like your opponent's advantage. That's always like a rule in chess. Whenever you make a move, you should try to make a move that either destroys your opponent's advantages, or you should another one, you should improve your own advantages, and the last one, you should make advantages for yourself. Like, if you don't have any advantages, make an opportunity. So you just gotta like improve with like your position and all that. So that's what you should always keep in mind. So here, Magnus Carlsen is trying to tear down his opponent's advantage. Now, he moves his rook up. Black moves his rook up to, I don't really know why though. Yeah, that's like out of my scope. That will be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe, and click that notifications bell to see more chess videos.